the edited in applause. Um, I know what you're thinking. Where's the other awesome dude? Why is this lame guy there? Well, you know, he is off somewhere else being sick, so I'm filling in for him. But just because I am not the foremost expert of Sony that he is, that does not cancel out the validity of my statements tonight. So, thank you very much. First up on my Sony themed video, we're going to be talking about Project Morpheus, which is Sony's version of the Oculus Rift. Now, the Oculus Rift was really just centered around PC gaming and possibly, um, um, possibly console games. Not really. They were talking about it. We were all hoping it'd be console, but you know, with the Project Morpheus in consideration, that appears to be just simply for the PS4, which is a console. So, it being a console, we're going to have an Oculus Rift for a console, the PS4. It's going to be awesome. I hope that games like, yeah, I hope games like, I got that. I hope games like the new Uncharted game and maybe the Last of Us remake will incorporate the Oculus Rift for PS4, the Project Morpheus, which, it, you know, gamers be hoping. But, shut up. But, now I heard that the Project Morpheus will be able to incorporate the PlayStation Move, such as attaching it on the outer side of its exoskeleton, which is, name pending. Anyway, we all hope that it is a very interesting innovation for PS and Sony. So we're all looking forward to what exactly Sony will announce at E3. Well, there's really no way of knowing, and I hate leaks. So I'm not really going to leak anything for you tonight. However, PlayStation probably has a great many things to announce, including the more on Project Morpheus and PlayStation, Uncharted 4. See how I got that mixed up? And the new Last of Us game, the remake of The Last of Us for the PlayStation 4, which seems a little interesting, for those people who don't really have The Last of Us on the PlayStation 4, which is everybody. So it gives people who want to experience the next gen on such a next gen-y game like The Last of Us. Just amazing. Anyway, so I hope that is it gonna be like lower priced? That stinks. Hopefully it'll have like DLC or something. Yeah, okay, it'll have all the DLCs, so that's a buy. Not that the Game of the Year edition doesn't have that, but anyway. Now, however, the fact that PlayStation hasn't really had that large selection of, PlayStation only games. Killzone, the new Killzone game, that was, a good addition to the PlayStation library. I am looking forward to the new Uncharted game. I can't stress that enough. I absolutely love Uncharted. It's one of my most favorite games of all time. It's just amazing. But, and they told us that they might not make another Uncharted game. And I was like, no, but they are. So I'm really psyched out about that. It might make me get a PS4 just for that game. So, honestly, that is really a big highlight in their library. But that is just, I don't know if that's enough for people who are thinking about getting a PS4 and hesitant on getting a PS4 because the library, like the Wii U, is just not that big. Not like other systems that have come out in the past, like PS3's library when it first came out, and the Xbox 360's library, and even the Wii's library. All of those, it was just an amazing breakthrough for video game generations for all time. The 7th generation was just crazy. But And I just hope that E3 they announce more games for the PlayStation library that can, that will really spice things up. That will really allow people who want a next gen system such as the PS4. Go Sony. Next, we are talking about the games that will be announced at E3. And, like I was talking, I hope they add a, a good library. But here are some of the games that have been thought of being announced at E3, such as a new God of War game, possibly. I don't want to spread any leaks around, but that's a leak, so spread it. Anyway, and then I don't really know what they're gonna do in the whole God of War thing, considering in God of War 3, spoiler alert, he killed like everybody. But that's not really. I don't really know how they're gonna make another God of War game unless it's the time of whenever he before he went like psycho and completely white and red. That would be an interesting game, especially as a prequel. Uh, just to get to know Kratos a little bit more. If they do that, I'll be happy to play it. But if they don't, I'll be hesitant, honestly. Anyway, so another thing is possibly Ratchet and Clank. I love Ratchet and Clank games. I'm currently playing through them right now, but you know they haven't made a real Ratchet and Clank game in a couple of years. It's been in several years, so I just hope that they do announce a new Ratchet and Clank to really like a real sequel or not a prequel. I want a sequel. I want something that's you know continues on the franchise. Sunset Overdrive. Oh yeah. Insomniac's new game looks like freaky. Yeah, we'll talk about that later in the Microsoft edition.
But hopefully they can make Ratchet and Clank for PS4.
Yeah, we're all hoping
Maybe.
for Ratchet and Clank. Okay, last thing we're going to talk about in the Sony area is its new renting service, or PlayStation Blockbuster, Gaikai. And it's, you know, setting aside its remarkable resemblance to Geico, it does sound like an interesting, you know, thing. It's a subscription based virtual renting store that you can rent certain games for a certain amount of time on your PS4 and Vita. I love how PS4 and the Vita have this like thing going on. Anyway, so Geikie is something to look into if you like renting games and if you like to fall into Sony's traps. Let's just forget I said that. Anyway, everybody likes doing that, don't we? But setting that aside, it does look like a promising opportunity to play some games that you might not have bought, but after renting, you really do like. So it gives you a chance. And, it's kind of like, you know, I'm just repeating the speech of that one guy making that podcast 50 billion years ago before YouTube came out about Blockbuster. Anyway, so we hope that you guys have a great time and look forward to the PlayStation showing of E3.
And if you don't have a TV and you don't have a computer, this guy doesn't know about it. You can go watch it in a movie theater for free. The Sony E3 press conference. I am being serious. I am being serious. I don't know if it's all movie theaters, but it's gonna be crazy. Okay, my throat hurts.
Um, my mind just got blown, and that should be illegal. Anyway, to all you um, Sony's, keep going.